Morning. I just completed a task, well, a couple of tasks actually. One that I put on there last night to have done, and then another one this morning that actually got paid out. I've been kind of indirectly hired by Revo to do some promotion, do some talking about the steemtaskr front end, and it's typical one of those cases of really you need to show people how it works and step through it before they'll actually use it, or they don't see enough activity on it, so they just think it's not being worked on, or people are just not interested in using it, which is kind of crazy really. So I finished this morning this, well, I say finished this morning, I did it last night. I edited a version 2 of this little video, which is like an introduction into DIY tube for TibFox. He actually advertised it on the steemtaskr front end. So if I go to the dashboard, I've got something in the dashboard that shows all the 3 different areas. So I have to log in here with my Steam Connect. So we just step through and do that. And then you'll see in the dashboard, if I go and click on dashboard, I've got my tasks, my offers, and watch list. So I kind of put a watch on the current job of get a Twitter influencer, just to see like if somebody accepts it and who accepts it, so I can kind of see who's using the platform. And then my tasks is the one that I set up last night. So I had an offer, I got actually a comment on the Steam blockchain before I actually got the offer. And now that I've seen him step through and do the task that I asked him to do, I can either mark that as completed, paid, or I can delete it. So this is what that task was. So for one Steam, I wanted somebody to go over to Block Review, which is this site, and basically add themselves to the top of the map for one Steam. So they've completed that job, and you can see at the bottom here I had an offer from Improv. You weren't specific about what kind of content creator, yada yada yada, so I've assigned it to him. Now what would be a nice feature in steemtaskr that doesn't exist yet is to be able to do this repeat, or say how many times you want this job to be done. So it'd be great to have like 25 or 50 people, so I'm happy to give away up to 50 Steam, 1 Steam per person for signing up. So that's kind of like a simplistic, almost like a what's it called, Mechanical Turk. If you've ever heard of Amazon's Mechanical Turk, it's like a services, micro tasks, microservices marketplace for people wanting small little functions done. But I was talking about the video that I did for TibFox. So you can see in here in the dashboard that my offer here was accepted. So create a promotional video about DIY tube posted by TibFox for 50 Steam, and then he put underneath like the details of it. Want to use a steemtaskr, create a 3 to 5 minute promo video. It ended up being about 60 seconds, which is not quite what he wanted, but I think a 3 to 5 minute video would have been a bit long. It took me 2 weeks to get my head around how I was going to pad out enough stuff about DIY tube, but I kind of hopefully convinced him that a shorter 60-second thing, especially in this day and age, people want information really, really quickly about the service, delegation, task, hashtag, what you need to know about it really quickly. And he accepted that offer, so it got assigned to me. And then this morning, I got my payment. I just want to show this for people outside of Steam, non-Steamians, people looking in. This is the payment that come in, received 50 Steam from TibFox, and then I powered that up into my account. That happened within 3 seconds with 0 transaction fees, and it didn't require a middleman. But most of all, like, there was no, there's a check in the post or when we do our next payroll. Like, it's kind of instantaneous. And I think that's one of the things that we don't make enough noise about with the Steam blockchain, is that we have these tools to be able to move value to each other. So I spent a bit of time on this video, did some editing, added some graphics, did some animation, and then he signed off on that and sent me the 50 Steam. So really cool little site. I feel like there's a lot of features that I would like to see on steemtaskr. Obviously that multiple times thing would be nice. The ability to add photos would be nice as well to jazz it up. What happens when you create a task is you put a title in, you say if it's going to be online or whereabouts it's going to be, if you're going to do it in a location, and then how much you're willing to pay in Steam or SBD, and then the description, and then you just put some tags in the bottom. And there's also a little tick box here for hide a task from Steam Peak blog. So I'm not quite sure what it does. I think that's some kind of notification, but I noticed when I click on post task, that also goes into my blog, which I can show you that on my Steam It blog, or Steam blockchain blog, should I say. We're not constricted by just our front end. So if I scroll down a little bit, you can see here content creator from steemtaskr. I actually added an image to the post afterwards, but it just shows you this post was created at steemtaskr, and then there's a link to take you through to the actual task, which is the task that I put on there. So that's the way how you acknowledge it or put in an offer to be able to do it. So this is where you can see it underneath. Improv actually said 13 hours ago, you weren't specific what kind of content creator, and then the task ID, this post created at steemtaskr, offer 1, Steam accepted. So that's where I've accepted this offer that was made to me. And so all of this happens natively on any Steam front end, but as messages. So this effectively is a DApp, right? A decentralized application that somebody's built a front end for. And then when you fill out this form, not only does it show in that feed view there on the front page, so anybody can see this, but also if this has got thousands of tasks in there, obviously it posts a post onto your blog. I think this has got real legs. I think it can really go somewhere. That's why I'm getting involved with it. I also really love the idea of maintaining development of the ecosystem by having TSKR tokens, Tasker tokens. So people have to buy into the economy of those tokens to be able to list tasks that you want done on the Steam blockchain. So if you've not played with it yet, there's obviously hundreds, thousands of fixes and elements and bits and pieces, but if we don't use it, then we're never going to see those bits and bobs. So I'm thinking task wise right now, there's a whole bunch of tasks that I would love to put on here for Steam casting. There's a whole bunch of little tasks on here that I would like to do for just general content creation and just help and tasks around the Steam blockchain. And if you've got any little jobs that you want doing from audio, video, you can just add yourself a task on that board there. One last thing before I go today, on Review Hunt. So Review Hunt came out yesterday, review.hunt.town. You'll notice that since yesterday, the companies that have signed up for the pre-sign up, where they get X2 credits, so twice as many Hunt tokens. Right now, that's up at $10,000 a month of people who are looking for people to make content for them on a monthly spend. And if you also scroll down, you can see that the categories are like blockchain, lifestyle, commerce, social, games, advertising. So there's a whole spectrum of things there. Now, quite easily, you could work together with other people. I would love to see some collaboration here between Steam Hunt or the Hunt team, steemtaskr, and even DTube to cover that as a really unique offering, because you've got the IPFS hosting, you've got the steemtaskr to do kind of management of the assets, and then you've also got this marketplace of guaranteed amount of money coming in every month for people looking for reviews. And I just think that's a cool thing to have. Also, if you're still not motivated or you're still not like convinced yet, have a look at the influence box, because this is what is companies and marketing teams are going to make their decisions on, the numbers. So there's a hell of a lot of Reddit over there, there's a hell of a lot of Instagram. Once we start seeing the YouTubers and the Twitter people and the content makers see what's possible outside of YouTube, I think these numbers are going to skyrocket. All right, that's it for me today. I will catch up with you soon. Take care. Bye.